So this week has been a very, very slow week for me. I've been doing extra shifts at work because they've needed me. As I say, it happens, it's overtime pay, but I can't get too gassed about it because I know how much people are making from freelance copywriting. And I'm going to try and do some copy. I'm going to jump in the Discord with a couple of people from the paid community and see if I can share any knowledge with them. I am still trying to perfect my newsletter as well, trying to get that monetized. So there's just a few things I'm trying to keep up with at the minute. I'm still trying to do an hour of outreach a day, and a lot of the time the most success I have is from the American market, because when I get home from work, they're normally still working. You know, most places in America around 8 o'clock is about, 2 o'clock? You could quote me on that, I don't know. I'm guessing it's around that time. Either way, it's not evening like here in the UK. So yeah, that is what I'm learning at the minute. I've wrote 6 emails since Tuesday. Today's a Friday. I've wrote 6 emails for my course that needs reviewing. Basically told if it's shit or not. And if it's not, I could use it, because they are weird niches. Not weird, but like, they're not what your Tyson 4Ds promote, which is fitness, just not copywriting. But yeah, so right now I'm just trying to probably monetize my newsletter, try and get better at actually doing one, because if I can do one myself, then I can definitely get results for other people. And my voice sounds a bit croaky at the minute because I've got a little bit of a sore throat. So apologies for that. But yeah, I'm just, as I say, the most tedious thing that I'm doing at the minute is outreach, and just like a motherfucker. It's just mundane. It's so boring. But we've all got to do it, or else we're not going to get anywhere with this. All this learning is for nothing if we don't get a client with it. So yeah, that's just an update on me, what I'm currently doing. I'm just doing an hour of outreach, which is okay. You could easily do about 7 or 8 decent outreaches minimum with that, and just getting information and my copy looked at by others as well. Because you can get ChatGPT to market for readability and everything, but if you actually have an actual copywriter that's, you know, maybe a level above you, you're going to improve so much faster, because you're going to know what to look for just like that. You know, you're going to be so much better in the long run. So yeah, I'm still trying to make it work, even though I'm doing about 7 till 5 at work, which is ridiculous in like a manual job. So yeah, not great at the minute, especially when I'm feeling this shit, but it doesn't matter. It's all part of the journey, isn't it? Anyway, as I was saying, the way you want to get, so this is a quote that I've learned. I don't know where I found it, but it stuck with me. It's, the first client you get should be yourself, and the last client should be yourself as well. Now, if you don't know what that means, be your first client. So start a newsletter, writing, you know, emails, segmenting, learning how to do that. Because if you're trying to do it for the first time for an actual client, unless they're really patient with you, they're just going to kick you out. They're going to tell that you don't know much about copywriting, because all you've been taught is sending direct response to a fitness coach, and they're just going to kick you out. What you want to do is actually learn all different niches. Don't just stick to one niche. Yes, learning one niche will make you stand out exponentially, but the problem is that you're limited then. And although you can say, yeah, but that means you have more chance of clients coming to you. No, if a real estate company isn't interested in your services, they're not interested in your services. If you just stick to real estate, you're just tying yourself to that. Would I say stick to one niche maybe at a time when you're outreaching? Maybe. So yeah, learn how to start a newsletter. Just go on Beehive and sign up to their $39 a month plan. Honestly, it's fine. If you can get your email or newsletter monetized, that will pay itself off anyway, and probably a bit more, so you can actually reinvest that money, which is what I'm trying to do at the minute, like getting microphones and stuff and different, you know, better softwares, lead gens, just trying to not automate my systems, but just making it a lot easier and more efficient. But that's what I mean by making yourself your first client. What can you do to get more responses, get more eyeballs on you? You know, start a newsletter, start a personal brand. Like this with YouTube, I'm just documenting my journey. This could be you sitting in this chair right now. You know, why isn't it? Although these videos are going to get 50 views tops, I'm not bothered. When I do make it, it's just going to make it so much better. I'm going to watch through these videos and be like, man, this is what I was doing. This lonely, degenerate little fuck has made it. So you can start your own personal brand. Obviously a newsletter, I keep saying this, can't stress it enough. It will teach you so much about how much you actually know. And just ask yourself questions like, what does segments mean? What does automations mean? You're just going to learn so much more in such a short period of time for £30, but $39. It's a no-brainer, really. Do that, promote yourself. Go on Instagram, look up other copywriters, try and network with them. Because believe it or not, some of them might have an excess of clients one day and they think, oh, I'll just help my friend out. Or you could just get brilliant advice in a community that you're in, or from your mentor, which is what I get. Obviously, my mentor is actually doing copywriting because he isn't just a course seller, so his days are quite busy, but he still makes time for us, 100%. But it just makes us such better copywriters, honestly. It's insane. That's why I can't stress enough. Get a fucking mentor. Go into, I don't mean a free Discord, just get into a paid community because it's full of people that have also paid and are committed to making this work. So that's why I just can't stress enough to get a mentor and make yourself your first client. Set up a schedule of what you need to do. Right, I've got 3 hours free after working my 9 to 5, doing gym, eating dinner, etc. I've got 3 free hours. What am I going to do with that? 1 hour, I'm going to outreach. 2, I'm going to learn some copy. 3, I'm going to probably analyze some copy and then touch up my readability on my original copy. Just things like that. Just work out what you want to do and how you actually want to grow your personal brand. Because also, if you grow your personal brand big enough, you'll get people actually come to you. It's insane how this can work. But all it takes is just one client to change your life. That is all you've got to think. The next outreach might be the one. I think Tom Stoic said it a few months ago anyway. Although I don't agree with most of the shit he says, he actually makes a couple of good points. I'm paraphrasing here, so please don't shoot me if I get this wrong, but it was something along the lines of, if you're 30 failures away from success, how fast do you want to fail? That's basically a great mindset trick into people thinking, oh, outreach and nonsense, why am I doing this? This is so mundane, this is boring. Yeah, but think 30 failures and then that's it. You get that one client which leads to 2, 3, 4, bang. Next thing you know, you're in the money. The reason it wasn't the case with me was because I wasn't good enough. So I can't stress it enough. Outreach for one. If you have 3 free hours, don't spend that 3 hours outreaching unless you've perfected your copy. But even then, you're always going to be advised to at least write one piece of copy a day, whether it's a description, a caption, a script, email, anything, just to keep your copywriting brain going. Because once I've stopped for even a week, I run out of ideas. It takes me like an hour to write one email. Right now, it takes me about 25 minutes, half hour, with it being checked over. So, yeah, it is hard to succeed, but it's not difficult at the same time. It is very simple. Just do the work, set out a plan, make yourself your first client while trying to get other clients and expand yourself. Add strings to your bow, like knowing how to set up an email software, edit videos, maybe not that, but if you've already got past experience in that, use it. And that's it really. That's it for this week.